Welcome back, everybody. Once again, I'm Christopher Sellars, and this is Olivia, Cameron, Mia, and Simon. We're going to move on to pirouettes in this episode. The last episode, we really focused on balance and just finding the way to end, finding the person on point, the dancer on point, off their leg and back on their leg. Now, in pirouettes, it's ideal if they're not off their leg at any given point, unless it's a choreographic step. One other element that's really important for pas de deux, Cameron reminded me of this during your commercial break. No, communication is very important, right? Especially when we're starting out. If we're both at a lower level, you want to make sure that you talk to each other nicely and let each other know what you need. If the dancer on point holds their placement, I tend to always blame the person keeping them on their leg. Yes, because if you held your placement well, then you're doing your job, and the other person should just do their job to keep you on your leg, right? Now, the other thing is, and these two know this really well, is if something does go bad, what I don't want is the dancer on point to come off point or put their foot down, if at all possible. When we get 45 degrees to the floor, that's a different story, right? We do have to be safe and be smart, but when things go wrong in pas de deux, especially in classical pas de deux, that's when we learn the most in class, because it's not always going to be comfortable on stage. You may get on stage and your supporting leg just totally slips and goes another direction, and the show still has to happen. And the gentleman that's partnering does have to adjust and fix. It happens. And say in Act 3 Swan Lake in the coda of Black Swan pas de deux, the swan is quite exhausted. So their leg may be a little bit of jello, right? They may not feel their leg. So it does end up on Prince Siegfried to support, the ballerina on point. So one of the biggest things that I talk about is the coordination of the hands in pirouettes. Am I correct? Cameron and Simon, we talk about it a lot. When we turn to the right, which we're only going to be turning to the right, that is the most common in classical pas de deux. Sometimes you will have to do the left, but that is usually saved for an advanced class later on, if any, at all. But there is two different jobs for each hand in a pirouette. The right hand is going to be the fixing hand. If your stabilizing hand, if it's off the leg, then you're going to fix it with that right hand. Some would say paddle. We don't really want to paddle, which is cranking the hips around every turn. But the right hand does do that work when it's needed. And when it's perfectly on, you don't really need the right hand much at all. But the left hand is going to never really lose contact in a pirouette. The left hand is the guiding hand. So you want to keep the dancer doing the pirouette in your left hand. Okay? So what that looks like, Olivia, may I demonstrate with you? Yeah? So she just go to fourth. We'll talk about the combination soon. Now, she is going to do the pirouette and go for it. I'm going to keep her in the left side. Yes? She's ready to do multiple because, yes, very high level, but let's do a single, just float around, single, and we're going to keep her to the left side, right? Now, what I do in this, when I teach, is go up to retire. If you're turning, the reason we keep her in the left is because if something goes wrong, she kind of wraps into your arm and everybody's safe. If she's fallen to the right, you get to this very precarious position where she's falling out of your hands and you can't, come on down, and you can't really fix it. I mean, you can, and you should, but it gets very precarious. To the left, it's always safe. It's always if something goes terribly wrong, she just wraps into the arm. Now let's go to this side, and you can really see my left hand guide. Let's do a triple just for a demonstration, right? So she goes, and 1, 2, 3. So if you see, my right hand does the work, and the left hand sort of guides gently. Okay. Now we'll do one without the demonstration, just so you see the smoothness of a triple. Go for it, triple. And 1, 2, 3, and she's finished. Now come on down. Good. One of the things that people do start in beginning pas de deux is they tend to do this, which is there's nothing wrong with that, where we just guide. So if you do that, you do a single facing them. Sometimes they just go and boom. Yes, so the guys, both hands never leave the girl. And we'll actually probably do that for the singles because we're going to start very slow with this. This gets a little bit more advanced. We talked about the arms last episode, right? Here's your first position. And when we go to pirouettes, we cross the wrists. Because now we're turning. Simon, may you come demonstrate with me, and I will be real quickly. You don't have to partner me. But if I kept it here, actually, let's turn to the side. If I kept it here and I turned and I was taller, this elbow becomes very, very dangerous. Yeah, and usually the gentlemen partnering are focused and working. Now, you shouldn't stick your face into the work because you're asking to be hit, right? But that's why we cross this, because then it takes those elbows in and we keep the air and the lats there to make space for the hands to do the work, okay? So the combination we're going to do is actually beret to fourth, single pirouette, and we're going to finish up in retire. Then we're going to beret and fourth, single pirouette, open, and then beret and fourth. If you're ready for it, you may try a double, but it's fine to just do another single and finish up, okay? So if Simon and Mia could demonstrate this, that would be awesome. Why don't we go for the back, okay? And we're actually going to stop and we're going to break it down, okay? So first of all, the berets. We're just going to beret, so her arms go through first port de bras. We go beret and fourth. Now, this fourth, you can see she's already doing it because she's had me for a while. Yes, her fourth is nice and crossed. Relax. One of the reasons we do that is because, and I'll get closer for them, yeah, one of the reasons we do that is because if we're not crossed, as soon as they put a tutu on, the person partnering is now blind to the legs. So if they see the spine, just like the balances from the previous episode, yeah, straight up and down. If your point shoe is over there and you releve to a pirouette that way to get to your center, that's going to surprise the person trying to keep you on your leg. Yeah, so if you're crossed, you practically go straight up to your leg, and then it makes more sense for the person partnering the pirouette. Okay, can we go back to the fourth? And she's going to releve single pirouette. Good, and open her arms to finish. Now, good, relax. If you noticed Simon's footing, it was very, very good. If you go see a professional ballet, you'll see the gentlemen with their legs together, balancing them very lightly and things like that. That is not what you do when you're learning how to partner, okay? I say this to the men in classical pas de deux class all the time. You want to have a wide stance. You don't have to squat. But you one leg, you want to be bent, because if you lock your knees and the pirouette doesn't go well, you're not going to be grounded to fix it. Yeah, they could easily knock you over if you're just stiff, right? So having that leg out, which was really good, Simon. So we have that. Good. So then let's go to retire. This is a transition step that we talked about as well. Yeah, so plie, roll down. He's going to help her forward to the beret because there we go. There we go, and then a single pirouette. Good, good. And then we're going to try a double. Stay back a little bit. One and fourth, and a double pirouette. Open, and then close sous. And it's not finished until he offers his hand. Oh, we could offer her hand. There we go, and walk off. Very good. That's how we're going to finish the combination. Okay, good. So actually, can I have you two back? Let's show real quickly. Just go to like tendu effacé. Yeah, and take his hand and take her waist. And this is as she walks away in her beautiful ballerina walks. Yeah, and he leads off. Go for it. Walk off. Yeah, that is your classic pas de deux walk. Yeah, when you walk off stage after a bow, or you guide your partner to the next step in a pas de deux. So, cool. So we're going to do a nice slow waltz with both of them. You'll see both of the couples go and do this. It's going to beret and fourth and single pirouette. Open there. Beret and fourth and single pirouette. Open there. Beret and fourth and double pirouette. Open. Close sous. You ladies, you're going to see him offer the hand. You're going to take it, and then you're going to go off. Cool. Here we go. Ready? And the gentleman will be matching the port de bras. Good. Single pirouette, lift. Very nice. Good. Single pirouette. Good. And double pirouette. And up, lift up. And close to Sue. Take her. And walk off. Good. And single pirouette. Up. Very nice. And bourrée. Fourth. Single pirouette. Very nice. And double. Very good, you two. And Susu. Take hand. Good. Very nice. All right, so if that's new for you, that's as much as you should be practicing for a while. Yeah, you don't need to do more than that. Now we are going to up it a little bit. We're going to go double, double, and triple one go. And then we have one more addition for a more intermediate advanced pas de deux step. So let's see this combination one more time with two doubles and a triple. Sound good, dancers? Good. Here we go. And spot, 1, 2, lift, open. Very good. Good. Very nice. There, she's holding her position. He's keeping her to the left. Very good. Excellent. And that was very clean, dancers. Good. Next, see the next. Very good. Good. Very good. So as I said, that was more of an intermediate when we add triple pirouettes because that requires just a little bit more from the gentleman in classical pas de deux. We're going to do now two triples. Then we're going to go to a double pirouette, finish an à la seconde, retiré, devant, and we do a fouetté, and we're going to finish to an attitude croisé derrière. Okay, so I actually would love it if Olivia and Cameron could demonstrate this real quick. For when we do more pirouettes from fourth, and the ladies here know this, you have to push for it, right? You have to push for three as if you're going to do it by yourself. Because again, once again, we don't want to see the gentleman cranking the pirouette around, right? It should be three spots and very calm, and his hands do the work when needed, but really he's guiding your pirouette around. This one is more intermediate advanced or advanced pas de deux, if I may. Yes, so go to retiré. So when she does the double at the end, she's going to go to à la seconde. Yes, So your arms will be in second, and the leg is an alcicone. She's going to lift to retiré. Now, gentlemen, watch my hands. I'm going to turn her to the croisé and change one hand to the front of her hip and one to the back of the left hip. Now, she's going to feel me and take it off of me. When I press, she goes to alcicone and pirouette. Don't go to attitude yet. We want to step by step. Good. Come down. Good. So what happened was when she felt me initiate the fouetté, she went all the way to alcicone. What's very common in this fouetté, especially with newer dancers, students, they tend to not go all the way to alcicone. And the most important thing about the alcicone is, first of all, there's a coordination. The person behind can see the leg before it comes in retiré, so everybody's on the same page because it's about coordination together making this happen. And then when you add that tutu, and you don't see the leg, they only see that foot along the tutu line. So if you don't go to alcicone, they have no idea when the dancer's going to come into retiré, and then all chaos can pursue. Yes? Ensue. The other thing for the dancers on point for a fouetté is when you go to alcicone, it's only about the height of your tutu line, if you were wearing one, 90 degrees or below, just below, but not down. Yeah, you want to go one straight plane, and then when you come into retiré, do not drop that knee, because what that will do will set a little curve in the initial pirouette, and your toes need to be lifted to the knee. They cannot go down and then up. Okay, now the last part, if you could go to retiré for me, Olivia. When we finish the pirouette, okay, we're going to do a triple from the fouetté, gentlemen. Okay, and so after 3, she's going to open to attitude croisé. I'm going to get out of the way, right? I'm going to get out of the way, because go back to retiré. Yeah, now do wrong, go around me. If you do that, that is not aesthetically pleasing, and then also, yeah, too generous to the gentleman. Yeah, I say a lot in my pas de deux classes, if he's in the way and you kick him, he'll learn real fast. He'll learn real fast. And so your job on point, pirouette, 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 lift into a regular attitude as if you were by yourself, which means lift directly to the attitude. The person partnering the pirouette, yeah, will be here. When it's time to go to attitude, you step and move out of the way. And then let's go to the attitude croisé. Boom. Yes. Space, too. If you are on top of her, okay, you cannot see her leg. You want to give the space. This creates a nice neckline for you, and you can see the whole position. And then extend close to sous. And then once again, we offer the hand, and we go off, okay, at the end. So, beret, 4th, triple pirouette. Beret, 4th, triple pirouette. Beret, 4th, double pirouette, stop in alcicone, retiré, to croisé, all the way to alcicone, lift 1, 2, 3 to attitude, and extend close to sous, and take the hand. Why don't we all go to the left this time, okay? Sound good? Okay, now again, this is more intermediate, if not advanced pas de deux work. So if you are new on point or new to pas de deux, do not do this. Repeat one of the earlier combinations. Okay, let's do this, dancers. Olivia, why don't you start with Cameron today? 1, 2, and triple pirouette. Very nice. Good, and use your legs, Cameron. Very good. Very nice push, Miss Olivia. There we go. Double pirouette, lift to alcicone, retiré, croisé, and a triple. 2, 3 to attitude. Good, and extend close to sous, and we go away. Very good dancers. Beautiful. Yes. Keep lifting on that retiré. Feel that lift. Pirouette, lift to alcicone. Good. Turn her to the croisé, and always alcicone. Very good, 2 attitude. Very good, you 2. Very nice dancers. That was lovely. Once again, yeah, be very intelligent with which combinations you do. And pas de deux is not something to be taken lightly. It's you can get hurt doing it. Yeah, especially on pointe. Once again, you need to be strong enough on pointe to do any of this, especially these pirouettes, because as soon as you add torque to any kind of mistake off your leg, there is a possibility of rolling the ankle, so you want to be very careful with that. You need to be ready and strong enough on pointe. That was very lovely, dancers. That's going to conclude the pirouette episode, and we are going to do promenades next time, so see you then.